not only does it build momentum, but it builds motivation. A lot of times, if you wait to be motivated to do something, you're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Motivation follows action.
Yes, absolutely. That's just like, I don't know if we've said it, but it's something like no one's coming to save you. Even if you believe that the universe is on your side and blah, 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 there's still a requirement on your part. Water.
Water goes good. At the dentist today, there was a man. I walked into a conversation of an older-ish man and an older-ish lady talking about there's water in wine and there's water in this and there's water in that.
Shut the fuck up.
I know. And I was just kind of like watching them talk, like, you know how you just watch people?
Yeah.
He just kept going to this.
Like, liquid doesn't mean water. One.
No. And then he goes, yeah, sometimes I drink water, but I put a little splash of apple juice in it so it tastes like something. I'm like,
I've never understood people where they're like, I don't like what do you mean you don't like water?
Right.
You don't like hydration?
And
you don't like life?
And the other woman was like, yeah, water just doesn't taste like anything. That's exactly what she said. And then I was like, water is my drink of choice.
Always.
Full stop.
Let me interject
I legitimately drank so much water in university that I was flushing my
overhydrated.
I was overhydrated,
yeah.
And I was sick because of it.
Yeah, I notice when I'm overhydrated when it's truly clear piss.
Yeah,
or not a fucking hint of yellow. Like, you've gone too far.
There's no shade.
You've done too much. No. My body did nothing with it but release. It's
straight.
Didn't go to a cell. Didn't go to my brain. It was like, bitch. The kidneys couldn't kidney it. Like, it was like, I don't even know.
The kidneys weren't kidneying.
They could not function with it. It was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Well, we actually have a structure.
A good one today.
Very good structure.
Something solid for the folks that often probably question a lot of what we say. Because we bring up, we say this a lot. And we know that we say this a lot. Do better. And I'm sure most of you are like, what, how? What do you mean by that? And so we wanted to bring that to you today. 6 ways on how you can actually do better today. Very simple, because
that's the point.
Simple is
better.
I mean, simple is better. Simple is simple, right? It's not magic.
Simply simple.
Simply simple.
Oh, that'll be the song at the end of this.
Yeah, we already know. Adding to the playlist.
Wait,
Alexa.
I
don't either, because who talks to their... I don't talk to my devices. I talk to myself.
You are your own device.
Oh, yeah. I should be my own AI. Oh, no, that's not good.
Not today. Not today, Satan.
That's for Megan. Yeah, so we're going to bring you today 6 ways to do better. Starting with...
Breathe. Before you believe. Before you buy into the story the brain is telling you. Whether it's your anxiety, shame, guilt, rage, whatever, joy, happiness, whatever
all of it. Yeah.
Pause and take one very conscious deep breath. This will be what the pattern interrupt is. This is what will provide the pattern interrupt. Yes. Because often it's just like really, 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 really. And it's like there needs to be the pause. Yeah. Taking a conscious breath can be the pause. It creates a gap between the trigger and the response.
Yes, it helps you, and we talk about this too, and so here's a way. How do you get that pause? Where does it exist? And part of it is you have to consciously create it through the breath, through the awareness that something is happening and the decision to not react yet. Right? There's that moment where you're about to take action. Before you do that, let's do it.
Close your eyes. If it's safe, for you to do so. If you're driving, do not put my hands. Let's do a couple breaths. One big inhale and exhale through the mouth. And for your conscious breath, inhale through the nostrils. Slow, deep. Let it fill up your lungs. Let your belly expand. And also exhale through the nostrils.
That's all it takes. That's all. It doesn't have to be this situation.
Elaborate.
Yeah, like
Pranayama.
right. Right.
Kundalini inducing experience.
Absolutely. You don't even necessarily need to close your eyes. You can just be where you are. Take the breath. And also, just notice it. There doesn't have to be instruction. There doesn't have to be a rhythm or a pattern. And so, I often invite people just to take the journey with your breath. Find where it's going in your body and just notice. Like, don't change what's not broken. You're breathing. It's already done.
It's done. It's here. It's present. Just
You
be aware.
can't do it wrong. That's also the reality. But yeah.
If, let's say, you're a little bit triggered, now we're kind of in a heightened state.
Yeah.
A little bit dysregulated. And that means what? That you're out of your calm.
Yeah. Whatever anxiety feels like to you, and noticing what that is, right? Maybe your heart is racing and your mind is going a million thoughts a second, right? Palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti.
Now we don't know what song's going to be at the end. It'll be a surprise.
I had to.
You
had to.
I was there too.
I know you were.
Okay. Box breathing. It's very simple. Inhale for a count. You know what? Don't even count. You don't even need to count. Let's not overcomplicate it at all. You breathe in a box. You inhale. You hold. You exhale. You hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. For whatever your breath capacity is. If you can count to 4, count to 4 for each. Done. Box breathing. Simple. Number 2.
Body. Don't just think. So, right, we're in our minds. This is one of our favorite places, I will say.
Oh, it's my favorite.
So, getting out of this prescription and bringing it down into the body. Right?
Keep it PG.
Into the body. So a lot of this too, similarly with the breath, it's in the noticing the sensations of the body, noticing what is happening in a physical sense, right? So you can just come back to being in tune with what is already present for you. And oftentimes just that level of awareness can help navigate and circumvent the next step of anxiousness. Just naming these things that are there, like, oh, I feel my heart is beating really fast,
right? Without putting meaning to the sensation,
no, right? You're just noticing,
describing the sensation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I actually have encouraged some of my clients to go study some adjectives.
Yeah.
Because it's challenging, when we're not used to actually describing what sensations feel like.
Yeah.
You immediately apply meaning.
Yeah. Absolutely. Right. Absolutely.
So tightness, tension, heavy, loose,
cold, hot.
Cold,
it can
hot.
be any
tingly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. The next. Better. It's time out. I'm going to reverse it. Change the channel.
Change the channel. This is the time out. This is take a break, step away. It doesn't need to mean, once again, no meaning. It doesn't have to be anything.
Truly, none of these are about meaning.
Right. Just thinking of it. Time out is put on a song, move your body, go outside, put your feet in the grass, do something that is completely different than the circumstance that you find yourself in. And something fun would be even better.
the better of the better.
The better of the better.
Yeah.
Lennon says more better.
Oh, that's more better, of course. Más mejor. More better.
More better would be something just fun. Get out of the mental loop.
Yeah. I will take that even a step further, like physically timing out. There's something really powerful about changing your environment that can get you, again, back out of the head and into something else. So physically removing yourself from the situation, from the mood, the room, never the moon, never from the moon, but from the room or the situation or the circumstance, like getting your physical body up and out.
And sometimes it requires force. Like you can forcibly do this, you know, because we're stuck. That's kind of the point.
Yeah. Yes. There's a will that needs to be applied.
Yes. It's like a timeout for a child.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the point
Sometimes we
is.
forcibly have to carry them
Yeah.
to their timeout spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, that's reminding me of all this gentle parenting. It's not a timeout, it's a time in. Because they need more connection. That's why they're misbehaving.
That's for later then.
Later then. Well, sort of, because our next one is segue.
Time in. Get curious, not furious.
Episode here. This is about honest self-reflection. So this is now you've taken your time out, you breathe, whatever, you're back to some sort of sense of self. Reflect.
Yeah.
5 minutes of honest reflection too. Not what I can do to be better, but honest reflection of what's happening, where you're at.
Current circumstance.
Current state.
Yes, absolutely. This is where you can use your that analytical brain again.
Yeah.
Bring it back and use it for its intended purpose, right? To detect, dissect, to gain information and come to a sense of understanding, potentially.
Understanding.
Ooh, understanding.
Next. Number 5. Execute. Do one small thing. It would actually kind of be fun to do that.
Read, bitch. I mean, the brain, for most, I'm not going to say everyone can read backwards, but have you seen that thing where if you put the first letter and the last letter of a word and then jumble everything else, you can still read it?
Yeah.
Like the brain just is a genius, obviously. Right? It just knows.
And it's better genius when we time it.
And execute.
Absolutely. So one small thing. It doesn't have to be huge.
Yeah.
Literally 1% better, more, moving the needle. What is the one next thing?
Yeah. I bring this analogy up a lot to people who have a hard time not going 90 or 180 degrees because we often think that we have to take full left turns in order to change something.
Yeah.
And I always bring up the idea of the difference between ice and water is simply a degree. Like it's not this vast difference. It's either, and I know not for you, but like 32 degrees. 31 degrees, like it's no longer ice, right? It's now just very, very cold water.
It's 0.
Oh, it is,
Zero.
right? 0 is freezing. Yeah, that makes sense. But that's even better, right? From 0 degree to 1 degree, and you now have a completely different state. Whew. Good. I know. I know.
It's good. Yeah. And action builds momentum. Not only does it build momentum, but it builds motivation. A lot of times, if you wait to be motivated to do something, you're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Motivation follows action.
Yes, absolutely. That's just like, I don't know if we've said it, but it's something like no one's coming to save you. Even if you believe that the universe is on your side and blah, 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 there's still a requirement on your part, right? If you continue to wait for something, sure, it has the potential to happen, but it's going to be a very, very long time. Wouldn't you rather do one small incremental thing to get that thing moving forward? So that, if you really truly believe in the alignment of the universe, now it sees you in action. And it's like, oh, look, this person is ready. It's prepared. They're doing something. Let me close the gap.
Right. It attracts that
likeness
and abundance and motivation to carry it forward. Because it also shows the universe that you're invested. You're serious. You're serious.
Absolutely. There's a buy-in there, right?
And what did you say? Say it again. Which part? No one's coming to save you.
No one's coming to save you.
No one's coming to save you. And you are allowed to ask for help.
And no one's coming to save you.
Right.
You are the requester of the help, right? You go to it. It's not going to knock on your door and say, hey, I see that you need help.
Right. I just want to clarify that.
Yeah.
Because no one's going to save you. Some people may feel...
Yeah.
I can't even frown. Poor me.
Woe is me.
Don't do that. No. Don't woe is me yourself.
No, but certainly understand where your capacity starts and ends and where you need to bring in some assistance and some help, and don't be afraid to ask. That's also an action, is knowing where you can no longer do it on your own and seeking the assistance, the guidance, the mentorship, the help that is required to continue to move you forward.
Or the delegation even.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Sure. Bring it on. All right. Number 6.
Recognize and reframe. Call out the bullshit.
Call out the bullshit. Doing better doesn't mean completely overhauling your entire life every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a failure? Or did you just have a shitty moment? Or a shitty day, whatever. No? It often takes us to actively reframe situations, circumstances, shit shows, whatever, with something that is slightly more empowering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'll take that into, from the pessimistic perspective that I often hold, is that I don't believe in affirmations. I don't believe in those kinds of things because I think they become too far away from our actual reality. So if you can't get to that far away place, find the neutral point, something that you can both mentally and physically agree with. Because if your system doesn't agree with what you're thinking, there's going to be a disconnect. And so you're never going to be able to actually move in that direction if you don't believe it. So that reframing into something that feels resonant to you is also very, very important. Like before, 1%. It doesn't need to be this incredibly complete overhaul in order for you to be able to utilize it to make you do better, right? It can be something very small, like the failure thing, right? It's not a failure, but today was a day that I didn't do as well as what I thought I would have done.
And so it is.
And that's the whole statement.
That's the whole statement.
Right? It's like you don't even need to make another story about it either.
Yeah. Or speaking in absolutes, which I'm horrible at.
Yeah,
I'm getting better.
But now because you're recognizing. You're recognizing, now you're able to then reframe those absolutes into reality, truth, something that feels more realistic.
Sure. So examples. My life is overwhelming versus I'm feeling overwhelmed right now.
Yeah.
Those are two very different statements.
Yeah.
I have no time versus I am short on time today.
Or there are a
Or
lot
there-
of tasks that require a lot from me.
Yeah.
I mean, time is definitely one of the biggest ones that I think that people often find themselves upset about, angry about, not recognizing.
What about I'll be happy when I ...
Mm.
versus this thing's bringing me joy.
Yeah.
Because it can be that too. It doesn't have to be an action item.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Or something that's going to lead to some sort of productivity.
I think too, to your, point of like when it's this identification of like, I am, and then ... It's like we can recognize that I'm feeling this way, right?
Right. You're not identifying.
Right. Like I'm not anxious. I'm feeling heart race.
Yeah.
I'm feeling my armpits getting sweaty.
I have upper lip sweat.
Right. Does that happen to you too?
Oh yeah. Doesn't it happen to everyone?
I don't think so.
Female too.
I think so.
Well, they're missing out.
They're definitely blessed.
Blessed me. Power to you. Anyhow, this recap we've got. It's an acronym.
Better.
Better. Breathe.
Embody.
Time out.
I'm in.
Execute.
Recognize. And pray.
It's that.
Better. Wait, tease?
Yeah, well, shit.
Can you roll?
No. Not
You
that.
know?
I'm fine.
Oh, it's too.
No, I'm short.
Interesting.
So did Lemon. Lemon had to cut it. And he had to cut it. But it was like 2 weeks into her being born. And breastfeeding was fucking ferocious. For both.
Yeah.
So I took her to a breastfeeding clinic. And they were like, oh, she doesn't die. But just, oh, gosh, I don't want to do it right now. And they
So
just
sad.
cut it. And I started breastfeeding. I'm bawling. She's crying.
Of course.
And there's just
Blood.
blood just dripping down my body.
How do they? I mean, because it's the mouth, and the mouth, you can't really was there like a stick or anything?
No, they cut it, and then I, for weeks afterward, while it was healing, had to wipe my finger multiple times a day
To get shit out.
through the wound so it didn't close.
Right. Oh, I see. Sure. Because it's obviously our body is self-healing. It's ready to repair itself very, very quickly. Yeah, interesting.
So that period of my life was, I had stressful moments.
Ooh.
See how I did that?
Yeah.
Because there was also such bliss after that. Because she was eating.
Yeah.
And growing. And happy. And sleeping.
And that's the recognition that I think a lot of people miss. We can live in two things at once, right? Things around you can be hard, and also if you allow yourself to find the joy and the beauty that exists in that as well, then you will sit in this really awesome place of being able to choose then, right? Like where your thoughts in your mind and essentially your reality is going to go.
And that's part of the reframe. Because it could have been, poor baby, she's in pain. Children don't feel pain. Let's be honest.
Nothing does.
What is pain? What is pain but a sensation that we apply meaning to?
Mm-hmm. Our whole life, we apply our whole life meaning to what we think pain is and what it should be and what we do with it. It's like it can just be another thing to recognize and to then decide.
And it can also hurt, and that's fine too.
It
Will
will
hurt forever.
it will hurt. But just like, in the situation of the tongue biting, right? Painful, like in the physical sense, hurts. And also,
on the other side.
On the other side, right? Now she can roll her R.
Probably.
Yeah.
Actually, she can.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen it. She has that song that she sings. It's fun.
Goodbye.